Looking at these rocks here are called Navajo Sandstone. It is a sedimentary rock, and these rocks here are 190 million years old, and they're found in the southwest. They are found the most part of Utah, Arizona, parts of New Mexico, Nevada, Colorado, California, Idaho, and Wyoming. And these rocks here consist of hematite, geodite, limonite. Their composition is iron, zinc, magnesium, calcite, and other minerals. The iron oxide is what gives these rocks that reddish orange or pinkish color, but sandstone can also be tan, brown, yellow, white, and green, depending on the amounts or forms of iron oxide within the rocks. In northern Arizona too, across northern Arizona, there's 996 canyons, and this canyon is one of that many. All the canyons and slot canyons in the area, they all have been formed primarily by the flash floodwaters. The flash floodwaters had cut and carved a passageway through these sandstones to create the canyons and slot canyons in the area. And it took a course of several millions of years for the flash flood or stream to form a slot canyon. A slot canyon is a narrow canyon formed by the wear of rushing water through the rocks. The floods erode deep channels into the earth or ground. A slot canyon is significantly deeper than it is wide. Some slot canyons can measure less than 3 feet or meter across the top, but drop more than 100 feet or 30 meters to the floor of the canyon. And the canyon is shaped like a upside down V. It's going to be wide at the bottom, narrow at the top. Because of its narrow opening above, lesser light will be penetrating to the canyon. Some places will be much more darker than other areas, depending on how much openage is above you. Then also too, as you look at the canyon walls, we call the combination of these horizontal striations and incline and diagonal striations, smooth cross-bedding. On a more local scale, Navajo sandstone is built with layer upon layer of cross-bedded sandstone. Millions and millions of years ago, as prevailing winds carried sand from the erosions of mountains and the existing sand dunes migrated with the winds, the sand was deposited in thin or wide-angled layers. The orientation of these angled layers indicates wind or water direction. As the water or wind shifted in direction, so did the orientation of disposition. And this Navajo sandstone is built with layer upon layer of cross-bedded sandstone. It is common to see sets of tilted layers built upon each other, each angle a different direction. You have one set going down diagonally, another set going across that way, and then you have another set inclined there. You can also call these sandstones petrified sand dunes, and these inclined lines, diagonal lines, reveal the downward dips of ancient sand dunes. The Navajo sandstone were created or formed by sand dunes built upon sand dunes over millions of years. Each of these lines can reveal a different sand dune. Each of these lines or striations can reveal a different time, a different environment, a different era of this area. Each of these lines can reveal hundreds of thousands of years or a millions of years. I mean, not millions of years, just a million years. Hundreds of thousands of years and a million years. To me, it's similar to tree ring dating. Instead of counting the rings of a tree trunk, geologists count these lines or striations to determine the age of the sandstone. And also each of these horizontal strips and inclined strips and diagonal strips, the shades of blue, purple, violet colors when little light is showing on it. And then did everybody get that picture there? We'll wait for them to pass. Come on. Okay, my group, you can stand close to this wall right here, and I'm going to show you some petroglyphs, Anasazi petroglyphs. There's 2 petroglyphs on the walls there, Anasazi petroglyph. There's one there with the head, his 2 arms angled downward and his legs angled downward. Then there's another one here, his head, arms angled upward, legs angled downward. Avoid that H, somebody desecrated that. Those are 2 Anasazi petroglyphs. Anasazi is a Navajo word that means ancient ones. To my understanding, those petroglyphs are warning people not to get caught in the swirling waters of the flash flood that occurs periodically in this canyon. Everybody see the petroglyphs? Some people would say about maybe 1000 AD. Okay. All right, my group. You can come over here, stand over here with your back to the wall. Can I borrow one of your iPhones? Can I borrow your iPhone? Okay. You see this window up here? You're gonna photograph that window there. iPhones, as I said, put it at vivid warm and increase your screen brightness to max. You zoom as low as you can and photograph that window there. And do you see that picture there, everybody?
Yes.
We call this the blue lady.
Ah.
That's the blue lady there.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. It's like the blue.
You can probably move closer down this way. That's a nice thing for the people. Can I borrow your?
He made those adjustments.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a blue lady, no?
Okay, this is a bigger screen. That's a blue lady.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay, come stand right here, everybody. We're going to roll right here, looking that way. Come and stand over here. We're going to get the candlestick and the flame. Okay, this is the candlestick, and that's the flame. Photograph just this area. That's the backbone of the candle. It's like the vertebrae. Right above you is the Ringana, that's the Tiamakana. That installation here has been made by the rainwater. Excuse me, sir. Can you give us 30 seconds? Okay, thank you. I'll take your picture right away because we've got a group there.
So can we take it?
Wait, come back this way. Yeah, okay. Okay, get your landscape shot before that group appears. Okay, everybody got their picture?
Thanks.
Okay, let's go do we're going to do it. Well, let's just do, we'll use your body to block. Go to stand right there.
Yeah. This one is better.
Yeah. All of you? There's Elvis Presley. His hair, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, neck. And then the eyes is his name, eyes, mouth, chin, neck. Catch up with your tour guide, please. All right, now that they're moving, photograph this whole area. Get your picture there. Did you get yours?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, let's do another group or family picture. Go ahead and stand right there. One is like the other. Just walking inside the rock, the canyon, you'll see firsthand the power of water on the rocks over time. Okay, let's go home over here. Come over here and put that back that way. Let's just do a group picture. Let's get all four of you so that we can block off those people there. We'll stand right here. Okay, yeah, stand right there. Got it. Okay. Okay, that's right. You don't see those people there. Right, my group, we're going to go into this next room here. This is the cathedral. We're going to go into the bear room next. Okay, the four of you go ahead and stand right there. Let's get your picture. Stand right over here. Let's get this shot right away because he's coming pretty close. Come and stand over here and turn around and photograph this whole area. The Taj Mahal, the eagle in flight.
Oh, there's the eagle in flight. That's cool.
Sir? Okay, get your picture because we're gonna draw this here. Everybody got it?
Got it.
Okay. All right, good. I'm glad. Okay, let's go move over here. Come stand over here. Let's go point out the bear. Stand close to the wall here. And that's the bear. The bear's nose, ear, covers this man, cause the bear's body. Look around the bear. And that driftwood there gives an idea of how high the last flash flood occurred, but the water can get much higher than that. That all depends on the extremity of the rainstorm. If the rainstorm is very extreme, you get near the top or to the top. If you look toward the top and see all those lines, waves, petrol shapes, swirl curves, that tells us how many times in the past the water has been at that great height was at a past great height. Okay, everybody got their picture? Okay, the foreigners stand right there. We'll get your picture. Give me your camera.
So here, where this tree line is how high the water level.
Right, my group, come and stand right here. Sir, come back a little bit this way. And photograph George Washington. Photograph this line upward so you don't capture those people there. Move out the way. That's George Washington. Did you get the picture of George Washington?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Very cool.
Okay, we'll photograph the four of you. Stand right there in the light, and I'll use you to block off those people. All four of you stand there. Alright. Would you all like to
Maybe like up here. Okay. Yeah,
Okay, come over here, everybody. Come and stand right over here. I'm just going to do some explanation of this room here. When the flash flood water was 40, 60, 80, 90 feet, or 20, 30 meters, a whirlpool occurred in this chamber. The angular velocity of the whirlpool is what carved out that opening, made all those lines, waves, textures, shapes, and also carved out the heart. That's all been done by the vortex of the whirlpool moving in this chamber under high speed and pressure. During a big flash flood occurred throughout the whole canyon, at every turn and point the canyon, there would be a whirlpool happening. You see, look at those lines? They spiral upward. That's why we call that opening there the corkscrew. Another thing too, the canyon started out wide, we go in that direction to be narrow, and the narrows, that is where the flash flood water will travel at greater height and higher high speed and pressure than the rest of the canyon. And as I told you, it's shaped like an upside down V, wider at the bottom, narrow at the top, so that's why it's going to be dark, it's because of the narrow opening above. All right, we're going to photograph the rock called Abraham Lincoln. Come over here, that group. Okay, just wait right here. Okay, when I get your picture of the Arizona sunrise, let's go into that next one. They're just right in this case.
Pero el agua por ahí, cuando tiene una presión que me encuentra recibe. Sí, no, que está lloviendo. Y mirando para arriba, el agua sube.
All right, my group,
So, one question. How many feet
average.
water count with this rain?
Okay, first of all, average feet's 120 feet. But yeah, how high the water can get will depend on how much rain we get. If we get severe rain, the water can get near the top or to the top. As you look toward the top, you see all those lines, waves, types of shapes. That tells you that many times in the past the water has been at that great height as it has passed.
What is the best way to escape if it's raining in your heat?
The best way to
Go up
escape.
or running fast?
The best way to escape is do not enter a slot canyon if storms are present or are within 30 to 50 miles away.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, come over here, my group, and come and stand over here. We're going to photograph the rock we call Abraham Lincoln.
And again?
Yeah, come and stand over here. The first one was George Washington.
Oh, George Washington. Yeah. Now it's Abraham
Go and
Lincoln.
stand over here, the three of you, right in this area.
No, it'll just
Okay, that's Abraham Lincoln. There's his beard,
Oh, yeah.
nasal or nose.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Abraham Lincoln.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. And then he changed.
Yeah. And because it's darker.
Anybody got a photograph similar to that?
Alright, so this is the dark room. So it's the dark room that we have here in the canyon. Oh, look up. We've got a big street from. So
Alright,
this came
that's
from
not
the
good.
Black
Good
back
year
in
there.
1997, 25 years ago. That's how high the water got during that time. Here, for peacock.
That turned out good too.
So night mode's gonna take like 10 seconds right here, so follow the still.
1, 2, and 3. Go.
Got it. She want that too? Okay, guys, right there, stay right there, both of you closer to the wall here. And then look about 5 feet above my head. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay, go to the back of the line that way. Okay, let's get the other four. Go ahead and stand, all four of you stand close to that wall there.
That's us.
Okay. How do you get sensors in there. Go ahead and stand right there.
Also, the tour guide, we call it
And
the
then just
walking
look right up over here.
because there's a lot of whirlpools that are happening through here. And these holes in the wall here were made by National
1, 2,
Geographic.
3.
Okay, National Geographic, they came here for the.
Okay, that turned out great. Capture the best moment of your life. Go ahead and stand over there. Okay, let's get all four of you to stand right there. Photograph the intensity of that vibrant color. As the sunlight pours into the canyon, the reflection of wood wall illuminates the opposite side. The opposite side is illuminated by the light. It looks like the wall is on fire. That's why we call that whole latter region there the wall of fire. Okay, that turned out. Did you get it?
Yeah, I can thank you.
You need to borrow your camera? That's the wall of fire. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody got their picture? Okay, let's go photograph Monument Valley at sunset. Come over here. Borrow your camera again. How old is your mom? Monument Valley at sunset, that's one of the mid-rocks here. You have a nice combination of colors, light, brightness, shadow. You got a nice combination of light, shadows, textures, brightness, colors.
Really, just to see this here?
Okay, that turned out great too.
That's nice. Did you drag?
All right, you have a nice color, brightness, light, shadow, textures, colors.
They live in Prescott, right?
How do you see mountain rock?
That's that rock there, the Monument Valley. That's the Monument Valley butte there, the background's of sunlight. Okay, everybody got their picture? All right, let's go photograph the canyon swirls. The colorful swirls were deposited millions of years ago by flowing water. The unique swirling sandstone textures make an awesome photo. Okay, that's the canyon swirls.
You have to show me a picture. Like very long. Oh, yeah, that's in the front. And that's only in the middle of the
No. Para que la imaginación.
Okay, right there. Okay, you got
What is that?
the canyon swirls. Okay, that's right here. The canyon swirls is all the thing colorful swirls with the positive news that you're Everybody good? All right, let's go photograph the $1 million shot. Or your camera. We can stand about right here. And then, or maybe you can come on this side. We're going to do a family picture too. A photographer back in 2014 by the name of Michael Patelli took a photograph similar to this and sold it to National Geographic for $1.6 million.
Holy cow.
Okay. Okay. Or another camera. Okay, that turned out great.
¿Qué tú decías?
Okay, let's get your family, all four of you. Because of COVID, they built that stairway there and the other one there. We're going to make a big loop back to the truck. Now let's move up over here. I think he's impatient with me. I told him that he can have. So you are from here? You live here? Yeah. I just live about 3 miles south of here. Okay, everyone, if you like the way I did the tour explaining the canyon and also photographing, when we get back to the office, I also do accept gratuity or tips. Also, you can go to TripAdvisor and make a comment too. And my name's Nathaniel. I hope you all enjoyed the tour.
Excellent.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're going to make our way back to the truck now. One more question. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just to let you know, there's 25 different types of sandstone. And the Navajo Sandstone in this area is the Aztec Sandstone too. Those are the red ones too. And then also the Nugget Sandstone. Those are three main sandstone in this area. But as I told you, there's other sandstones, 25 different types. The Vermilion Cliffs there, where you see those walls of rocks north of Page, those are Entrada sandstone. And those sandstones are about 60 million years old, but this Navajo sandstone is 190 million years old. All right, we're going to make our way up the stairway. Oh, I was wondering why my group, that's the top part of the canyon that we were in. Because of its narrow opening above, it looks like a crack in the ground. As I told you earlier, it's wide at the bottom around the base, but it's narrow at the top. That's why lesser light has penetrated into the canyon.
But eventually, this is just going to get worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. El futuro se va a llenar de tierra.
I'm glad we did it. Yes, you can't come in there, you know. tell you something.